Hello everyone, my name is Brigid Ovelia Catjoa, or Heblaska Uyon Wakan, which means Moose Medicine Woman. I am a Lakota Druid and Pleiadian Priestess, and I am here to share a weekly channeling of the High Council of Telos from within Mount Shasta, as per their guidance from a expedition I took to Mount Shasta earlier this year in connecting with one of their council members, Adama, that many channelers connect with. And today I feel to start with something a little different. I recently attended to the local Paramahansa Yogananda Self-Realization Fellowship chapter in Calgary. And when I took my pilgrimage with my group to Mount Shasta, I felt really called and guided to go to one of his original temple spaces in Los Angeles afterwards. So what's known as the Lake Shrine Temple. It was built, I believe, in the early 1950s. And I felt called to attend and to connect with his energy, and I ended up channeling and communicating with him that day, and attending a really beautiful retreat and receiving from the energies there. And recently felt called to connect with the local chapter around meditation. And for those who don't know or aren't aware, Yogananda is considered, many call him like the father of yoga in the West. He was really quite a loving force in sharing Hinduism and connecting religions and spirituality across cultures, and has some beautiful work that he's shared with this continent of Turtle Island, or North America. And while I was there, I acquired a book called A Spiritual Diary, Inspirational Thought for Each Day of the Year by Paramahansa Yogananda and others. And I felt called, for today anyways, to share, today's inspirational thought. You are punishing the soul by keeping it buried, slumbering in matter life after life, frightened by nightmares of suffering and death. Realize that you are the soul. Remember that the feeling behind your feeling, the will behind your will, the power behind your power, the wisdom behind your wisdom is the infinite consciousness. Unite the heart's feeling and the mind's reason in a perfect balance. In the castle of calmness, again and again cast off identification with earthly titles and plunge into deep meditation to realize your divine royalty. By Paramahansa Yogananda from Man's Eternal Quest. I will say I took liberty to change Infinite Lord to Infinite Consciousness and Divine Kingship to Divine Royalty to welcome in all human expressions and genders. But even with that, in that it says to cast off our titles and realize that you are the soul. Remember that the feeling behind your feeling, the will behind your will, the power behind your power, the wisdom behind your wisdom is the infinite consciousness. Unite the heart's feeling and the mind's reason in a perfect balance. Just take that in for a moment. I feel very grateful for the masters that have incarnated on this planet over and over and over again, those that I've channeled, the soul aspects and lifetimes that I've been so deeply connected with, and those from Telos that just have such pure intention of love and wanting to support humanity and each of us in our own evolution and growth, and just feeling that love and that peace and that connection from within. And yeah, I certainly have had some shadows in my own life showing up recently that have been a mighty invitation to shedding attachments and coming more and more into that divine place, that knowing that we are the expression of consciousness, of God, of Creator, of Source, that we are these beautiful individual expressions and personalities and identities, and we can really embrace and enjoy the human experience with them and play with it, and do our best to bring that consciousness to everything we're doing and everyone we connect with and anywhere that we are, while also maintaining that connection to that greater consciousness, that oneness, that wholeness, and knowing that we're essentially like a holographic projection of that consciousness, like experiencing itself, exploring itself in its shadow and its light, and honoring all aspects of the human experience, no matter how fear-invoking it is, or how blissful or boring sometimes. Yeah. I do feel Adama, his energy wanting to come through, so I will complete my sharing and we can start to move into the channeling today. Just gonna drink some water first. Very grateful. I have these little sound and medicine tools to help us bring us into a receptive and heart-centered place, and I feel something more playful wanting to come through today, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I invite you to just find a comfortable seated position, or if you wish to lie down, you may want to keep a tall back, or if you have any pain or health conditions, you're welcome to lean against something. If you find yourself feeling like you're dozing, you may just be going into a more like trance subconscious space, and you'll still be receiving any energies, any messages today. Yeah. Just start to feel into your root, into the ground or the surface beneath you, whether your legs are crossed or your feet are on the ground or extended. And as I bring this little singing bowl that belongs to a beloved friend, that I invite you to tune into the beloved friend from within, being our own beloved friend. And to just start to just observe your breath. No need to change it. Just what its natural quality is in this moment. Does it feel fast or slow, deep or shallow? What is its quality? And as we tune into that, just to listen to the bowl and start to feel into our heart spaces. And with the next ring, just Start to take a nice deep slow breath in through your nose. Let it out slowly. And one more nice deep breath all the way into your lower chakras, your sacral. And hold it for a moment. And let it out slowly all the way up to your collarbone. And continue those nice, slow, deep, profound breaths in. Just allowing the prana to fill your being, to feel connected with your heart. And just, if there are any energies present, any irritations or thoughts or feelings, they're completely welcome. There's no need to resist them. There's no need to be fake or pretend everything is fine or perfect. And just stay connected with your breath and allow whatever is naturally there. And I open myself up as a clear, grounded, divine channel, putting aside my human experience, my human identity, to welcome in the energies and messages and guidance of the High Council of Telos of Mount Shasta, with the intention of bringing higher frequency energies and support, perfect messages and guidance and energy meant for exactly who is tuning in today to this transmission. Hello. My name is Alexandria. I am very grateful to be connecting with you again today. I am here with my beloved Adama, and we're here to just be present and to share in love and connection and the beauty of life and the challenges and the ups and downs and the magic and the ins and the outs and the play and the sadness and play. Yes, I wish to speak of play. While it is important to honor all experiences, all emotions, all shadows, all density, all light, all love, it is such a beautiful dance to bring playfulness into all of our experiences, all of our energies. To lighten what feels heavy, what feels serious, what brings a furrow to our brow, what makes us slouch and slump and to ache from inside. But even those moments are an invitation of, how does that want to move in the body? How can I play with that density, that anxiety, that darkness? It's an energy that wants to move and wants attention, and we've spoken of this in other transmissions as well, but really, how can you play with even the most painful energies, even the deepest and darkest of depressions and despair? How can you treat that like a beloved friend who maybe just needs some kind of touch, some kind of movement, some kind of music, some kind of love? It's so easy when we're feeling lighthearted and connected and to pick up, as Brigid did, an instrument, the shakers and the xylophones, and to play beautiful fairy songs and shake and dance and move and drum and allow the inner child to come out. But our inner children can hurt, they can suffer, they can struggle, they can be in pain. And I wish to teach all of the children how to play even in their pain, how to not be inauthentic, but how to bring a smile and that love and that attention to those moments of confusion, of uncertainty, of unawareness, of a stubbed toe, of a parent who is just not available. I invite you to take a moment and just once again be aware of that breath, of that heart space, and perhaps take a moment to ask yourself, to inquire within, what does my inner child need? How do they want to play? And leave space for a moment to allow the answer to emerge naturally, perhaps as an image, a feeling, a word, a song, a sense. What does my inner child need? What does it need to play? And as these answers emerge, to just trust that whatever you have received, or perhaps your inner child is not ready to share with you, and you may need to practice this in a deeper meditation, or do some journaling and reflect on this, or ask for an answer in your dreams or in a walk you go on. But whatever you have received, whether it was an image, a word, a memory, an idea, perhaps something you recall doing as a child that brought you joy or satisfaction, or satisfied a curiosity, or you were just doing it because you wanted to. And the invitation is to see how it may feel to invite that into your current life, your adult life, your day-to-day existence. Is it, perhaps do you need to get some pencil crayons and do some intuitive art? Nothing serious or methodical, just allowing things to flow, whatever is meant to come out. Or perhaps if you have an instrument, again, like not to play out of skill or performance, but just for the soul, for your own expression, whether it's one note or one drum or one moment, or to go on a walk without a destination, to feel called to a tree or a forest, or perhaps a jungle gym in a playground, or a trampoline park. Or anything else. Perhaps something very simple is to just rest and sit and be, and find some joy in that simplicity. Perhaps that inner child needs to be heard more, has more information for you, more questions you can ask. It's within you, it's a part of you. There is no past, present, or future. All time is now. You can access the timeline of your inner child. You can give them what they need. If you have memories where those needs weren't met by your parents because of their own life circumstances and their own personalities and karma and knowledge and experience or lack thereof. And when we connect with what we might call our future selves or our higher selves, or spirit guides, or even with us in Telos, that is again just another timeline you can access. There are no past lives per se. There are soul aspects and consciousnesses that are intrinsically tied to and connected to, that our souls are resonating through time, that we may ask for guidance from in the same way we've asked our inner child for guidance, or that we can send our own knowledge and wisdom. It's a two-way street. Perhaps there is a light being or an angel or your higher self needs to hear from you what you are looking for help and clarity and understanding from, or even to communicate directly with God, with Source, with Creator, with Gaia, and to say, hey, this is the human experience I'm having. This is my perception, my perspective, my opinion. This is what my ego sees and feels and experiences, my personality, and I need to honor that too. That's present for me, and I want to share that with you, Source. I want to share that with you, higher self. I want to share that with you, helping energy, helping guide that I'm receiving guidance from. And thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for helping transmute these energies and bring a higher perspective. Thank you for helping integrate and ground my experiences into the earth. You may say these things for yourself, or you may say in your soul now, I wish for all of this to be integrated into my consciousness, that Alexandria speaks for me, that I share in these questions and these affirmations, so I may call that in for myself. You can do that out loud or from within your own being. It will be heard. Ultimately, all of these different aspects, the inner child, the higher self, so-called past lives and future selves, guides, Pleiadians, us at Telos, we are all connected from the source consciousness, the source energy. We all have access to that. We are all expressions, and we're all sharing different levels of consciousness, different expressions, and sometimes it really, really gets into the shadow, really into the darkness, the density on earth, the violence that can occur. And even in those spaces, we can bring compassion and love and understanding and non-judgment and not placing labels of good or bad or negative or positive. And we can receive what even those experiences are meant to show us. What in our subconscious field? Why did these things show up? Why did this person react the way they did? Why did they behave the way they did? What is that showing within me? What is the lesson for me? What needs to heal within me? What's being reflected, mirrored? Thank you. I am going to shift the channeling over to Adama now. He also wishes to connect and share with you all. Thank you so much for connecting today and considering my words. I'm overflowing with love for all of you, for this planet, for creation, for all of our experiences, all of them. I'm sending love, and if you're open to receiving it, you can always ask. You can always say, I am open to receiving the love that Alexandria is sharing. Thank you. Hello, my name is Adama. Oh, I am so grateful for Alexandria's words, and I'm so grateful for your presence here today. Here in Telos, we do truly appreciate to receive information from those that are connecting with us, to hear of your experiences and your perceptions, and we are able to connect and view remotely and see everything that is going on this planet on many different levels, many different layers of dimensions and consciousness. We exist in the 5th dimension within Mount Shasta, within our 3D hologram, our mountain hologram. Thank you. Thank you for being your authentic selves. Thank you for not suppressing your shadows, your pain, your sadness, your irritation, your anger, your frustration. No matter what feels like it is evoking it, whether the source seems to come from a person, family, partner, government, work, the person on the bus, the weather, anything. Whatever it is showing you about you and your consciousness within you, that's being reflected back to you, we so appreciate. Our deepest and truest intention is to be able to show up in the way that the earth and all of her residents need at this time. The more authentic you are, the more you express what is true in your being and your heart, the more we will be aware, and that we can send and express and share the right information back with you. Humans can be very, very good at masking, very good at deception, both of themselves and of others, maybe without even being mostly without being consciously aware of this. It is a protection from the pain and the suffering that may be evoked if we are honest, if we did show what we're truly feeling. And not every person has the capacity or the abilities or the willingness, or perhaps it is just not where they are at in their journey or what their calling is in their lifetime, in their moment, that they can't or are not able to hold space, or it is just not their place to witness. And that can create a feeling of rejection, especially when it comes from our parents. As children, as these pure souls, we come in and there's an expectation, of course, there's a natural instinct. We're here to be nurtured and honored in our gifts and who we are truly meant to show up as. And if we have chosen to incarnate in an ancestry, in a lineage that those parents are not healed in these ways, or they're perhaps very deep in their own survival or their own pain or their own suffering, or they're still coming into their own conscious awareness and evolution and just doing the best with where they're at, that can very deeply impact us as children and can inform our world. And if we're not aware of those beliefs and those patterns and those experiences, that those energies that showed up as children, they will be carried into adulthood and can become very unconscious, and they will be reflected back over and over and over again in the relationships in the world around us, in our most intimate, beloved connections, to show us those wounds and those shadows that need that attention, that need that transmutation, so that we can lay down our masks and authentically feel what we need to feel, to allow that energy to move, to hold space for ourselves, to be known that we are being witnessed by Source, by God, by the earth, by our guides, by those that you are open and willing to connect with, elementals, dragons, Pleiadians, light beings, angels, archangels. Here, those of us in Telos, our ancestors, our descendants. Thank you. Thank you for receiving and for the integration of this information and these energies. Thank you for honoring what it may be evoking in you. I have a sense that some powerful energies are moving for those that are tuning in this moment. And I would like to honor that. For those that are open to receive, please tune in to your sacral, into the deep unknown, into the deep unknown, into the deep unknown, into the deep unknown we shall go. It is in our lower chakras, in our sacral and our roots, where many of us carry density, shame, heaviness, stagnant energies. I invite you to, if you feel called, to take your hands, put your thumbs tip to tip, and your pointer fingers tip to tip. And stretch your fingers out so there's a semi-oval diamond shape between your thumbs and your pointer fingers, and bring that down towards your sacral chakra, whether you have a physical womb or not. And just hold it right in front and begin to take a deep breath into that space. And hold it. Holding. Holding. And release very slowly. And breathe in naturally and slowly into that space. And on your next breath, release your hands into your lap and allow the breath to go a little deeper, sensing down into your tailbone, into your root. And holding there. Holding. And begin to clench it, to tighten your anus and your pelvis and your sacral and your diaphragm and your lower body as the air comes out. And breathe in while you're still clenching, while you're in root lock, Muladhara, and breathe in only as far as the big top of your clench. Allowing that to fill your upper lungs, your upper chakras. And then tightening also into your lungs, clenching all the way up into your collarbone. Allowing that energy, that breath up into your throat, your third eye, clenching, clenching, clenching your fists, your feet, clenching your entire body, stretching your arms up, breathing in, and releasing. Breathing in and releasing, relaxing, relaxing. Releasing with a tone. Allowing your breath to return to its natural flow. Allowing that energy to integrate, relaxing any tension in your body. invite you, if you're sitting cross-legged, to start to bring your feet down to the ground, or if they're already on the ground or you're lying down, just to start to put some pressure on the floor, or to feel into them. Just allow that energy to start to ground downwards into your feet. You can start to clench them and move them around and put pressure on the ground if you wish. And as you're breathing, perhaps bring some gentle movement into your hips. You can rock and sway and go in circles. And start to bring that back into your hands, clenching, unclenching. Perhaps giving yourself a stretch above and down below. Just staying a little more embodied and more present. You can give yourself a little brush go on your face, your head, your arms, your chest, your back, your legs, all the way down to your feet. Even give a little wiggle, a little shake, make some sound. Oh yeah. And just let that settle. In our subtle energy bodies, we may feel sensations or energy or different temperatures or tingling. We may notice the breath going to a certain area, or perhaps for some you may feel very little. These can be very powerful practices, and they are moving energy, moving density. So I would encourage you to take time to integrate today, and or when you're able to, and meditate, even if it's for just a few minutes, just to sit quietly, or to do any practices that nourish you, whether you want to journal or stretch or go for a walk in nature or sit by a stream or listen to some soothing or joyous music, anything else. And it can be quite helpful, and I would encourage to drink a significant amount of water for yourself today after this transmission, and later on in the next days. If you have access to spring water or boiled water or filtered water, it's all perfect. And you can set an intention of helping to integrate, helping to nourish, helping to expand, helping to move these energies. Whoa! Well, Brigid's popping in here laughing. Burping can be a release. A little energy just moved for me. And this is a Dhamma. Thank you. Thank you for allowing and receiving. Thank you. You matter. You are made of matter. You are vibrating with the very fabric of this universe, with the very energies and atoms the very chemicals and sounds and light that have made up every part of this universe. You have pieces of every moment of time and space and place within you. You are connected to all. You are matter. You do matter. Thank you. My name is Adama, and I am so grateful to be of service. Thank you. Alexandria wishes to share a bit more of her love and her channeling with you. So I will pass it back to her. Until next time, thank you. Oh, I can just feel the love radiating, the joy, the bliss, all the divinity radiating in that field. I wish to send it to you if you're open to receive. Just imagine a few feet above your head, arm's length, a lotus blossom, blooming, opening thousands of petals, light, white, pink, radiating in your soul chakra, and allowing this energy to trickle down through her vines, down into your crown. You may even want to tap your head as if it's raining down that energy into you, and allowing that to just flow down through your skull, through your eyes, through your third eye, your mind, into your jaw, allowing it to soften, allowing that juicy, beautiful, feminine life force energy to come into you. Oh, and into the voice, into the voice, down, 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 yarindeo. Into your hearts, into your hearts, into your hearts. Softly, softly into your shoulders, your collarbones, down your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, letting them float like fairies full of light. Into your heart and your lungs and your liver and your back, all sides of your body, that light flowing down through that lotus, down through all your chakras, your spine, into your solar plexus, your kidneys, your lower lungs, your spleen, your appendix, your bladder, your stomach. Ooh. Oh, pardon me. That energy feels so good coming down into the sacral, into the upper intestines and the lower intestines. Ooh. Into the hips, into the pelvis, into the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, the uterus, into any of your own organs, down into the yoni, into the testicles, into the lingam, into your base, into your root. That energy flowing from the feminine mother energy down through that lotus, your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root, filling up. Allowing that energy down into your root. Breathing it in, breathing it in. And down to your legs, into your knees, calves and your shins and your ankles and your heels, into the tops and sides and bottoms of your feet, into your soles, into your big toes, and each into your individual toes, wiggling them down, the energy down beneath your feet into your earth star chakras, all the way down into the center of the earth. Just drop. Feeling her core, feeling that connection, feeling that your being is a bridge between the father and mother energies, the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, the earth and the cosmos. Allowing her energy to flow up through that network, that connection, up into your earth star chakras, your feet, up your legs, your knees, up into your roots, your hips, your sacral, your solar plexus, all of your organs, up into your heart space, up into your arms, up into your throat, your third eye, your crown, up into that lotus, and up into the cosmos, into source. Connecting, allowing that energy, imagining to flow up and all the way down into the earth and back up to source and down to the earth, and settling it together, combining it in your heart space and radiating it, imagining it going out in front and behind, to the sides and above, and radiating your aura up into the space that you're in all directions, engulfing your home, your neighborhood, your city, your country, your continent, the land, the entire earth, feeling that global consciousness. Expansion back towards where you are on the earth, through the land, the water, the sky, through the atmosphere, closer and closer to where you are, bringing it down and around and up, closer to your home, to your physical space, into the room or the area that you're in, feeling your consciousness slowly return to your aura, to your skin, heart, your breath, your soul. And as we return to our present self, our present now, with so much gratitude and so much grounding. Gratitude and grounding, those are the keys. My name is Alexandra. 10